Hi everybody, it's me Lynn and welcome to my good little garden. Today I'm here in my room going over my seeds and I'm going to show you what I planted in zone 6B here in Northeast Pennsylvania. This is what I have going to continue my garden for this summer and what I planted growing to have for my fall garden. So why don't you have a seat and come on and watch. So the first thing I did to find out what I can plant in here in zone 6B in Pennsylvania was I found out what my first frost date was going to be for 2022. And I looked on farmersalmanac.com and I stuck in my zone, well, I stuck in my zip code actually, and they told me that my first frost date will be October 22nd. Now, I also know from the last 3 years of growing here that my frost date has been extended. So that's an estimated date, October 22nd. So what I would do is, let's take our Brussels sprouts. I would want to find how many days I have left, which is 68 of growing days. You would add 2 weeks to that, or you would subtract 2 weeks, sorry, because they grow slower. So you subtract 2 weeks from your 68 days. No, that's usually how many growing days you have. But fall gardens, a lot of them are frost hardy, frost tender. So you would look on your seed packets and they will tell you what's frost, if they're frost hardy or frost tender. Now I got these Long Island improved Brussels sprouts and I got them from Baker Creek Seeds. Your seed packets tell you everything you need to know on the back. You see here, it gives me all kind of detailed information on there. And it says that these are frost hardy crop. So they want you to harvest them after they have been hit by a light frost. So I have started seeds for Brussels sprouts, which take a very long time. For the 110 days, I believe these are. Now that's way over my time. Yes, I know. But I wanted to. That's it. What's a garden without experimenting in it? So we'll see how long I can have these grow before I have to pull them. And I don't mind tiny Brussels sprouts in the least. They're so sweet. They don't get bitter sometimes like the bigger ones do. So we got some of those planted. I also planted, which is too early, I know. My son's always bugging me for bok choy. Well, not really bugging me. He asks for it. So I planted some bok choy as well. Too early? Yes. I will replant these again later. These are also a frost. Oops. These are, oh, sorry, my battery's going dead. These are also a frost hardy vegetable. They like the cold. So I will plant them again because I'm pretty sure this planting that I planted is gonna bolt because it's so hot outside. So I'm just gonna plant them again. I have so many seeds of these and the packets are already over 3 years old. So I don't mind experimenting a little with them. And once again, I have another frost hardy cabbage here. It's the Brunswick cabbage. I planted these as well. These are 90 days to harvest. So once again, I'm pushing it with these, but I'm not gonna mind the little cabbages that I'm gonna get from them. Not everybody wants to eat the cabbage in my home unless I make something like ham and cabbage with it, or piggies with it, or stuffed cabbage, as some people say. Right here in Northeast Pennsylvania, they're called piggies. So I'm gonna grow this as well. It's frost hardy. In my fall garden, I'm also going to have some matador spinach. Now, I'm not planting this now. This will go directly to bolt. So it's way too hot for spinach. So I'm not doing this now. I'm probably going to wait end of August, September, before I plant these. I'm going to put these where my garlic was, I think. What I do have going is some broccoli rabe. The rapini. Found out, guess who loves this? I do. So, I like to cut it up, chop it all up, saute it. You can do a lot of things with it. And I also grow for a friend of mine, this older gentleman that I know. And he loves it. So I grow for him. This is also a frost hardy plant. So I'm going to resow this again and again probably until finally they stop growing. But this is going to stay in the garden, most definitely. The problem is everything's still going to have tomatoes and peppers for a long time. I put my peppers in my front bed because I knew they were going to stay there much longer than they usually do. And I have my indeterminate tomatoes, which quite frankly are not doing so well. So not really producing a lot of tomatoes. So I think they're going to end up coming out early too, because they just keep losing blossom after blossom after blossom. But we shall see. We'll see. I'm not pulling anything out yet. And I have my determinate tomatoes. And once the determinate tomatoes are done, I will have those 3 beds there that I can plant other things in as well. Plus I have my whole middle 4x6 foot bed that I do have some stuff in already. I put some cauliflower in there. And here I have 2 different kinds of cauliflower. So, we have this cauliflower, which is only 65 days to harvest. I have planted some of these, and they are growing. But I also have this cauliflower, which I have already planted in my garden. I have these seeds growing. I just sowed maybe 3 days ago, and I have 3 little plants of this cauliflower because of the days that they can grow. This one is 65 days, and this one is 70 to 80. Now, I haven't grown any cauliflower in years, so I'm hoping to get at least one. I found that my mom lives with me now, and she's loving the cauliflower lately. She used to love the broccoli, but I think the cauliflower she's really loving it. She's looking forward to the next day. So if you have an older parent, you know, sometimes it's hard to get them to eat. So I want to grow the things that she loves. So we got broccoli and cauliflower out there for you, Mom. See, this one's from M.I. Gardner. What's this? This is an heirloom seed. Ooh, self-blanching cauliflower. I guess there's not really a name for that. Just self-blanching cauliflower. And then this one is the snowball. So, oh, this is a botanical interest seed. I tend to get seeds from everywhere. I am a seed addict. Yes, I am. Now, I also got this mystery lettuce seed from M.I. Garden. On the back it says it's a salad bowl mix, and I found out, guess who loves this? Me. I have not enjoyed spinach as much as I have this year, and it has been this package of spinach from M.I. Gardner that I love. So this blend here, M.I. Gardner, fantastic. So I have some of these planted again. I've been sprinkling all over to try to get some lettuce going again. Yes, I know it's going to be hot, and yes, I know it's probably going to bolt. Well, one can hope and one can wish, can't they? So why not? Just throw them in. I'm also growing rainbow Swiss chard. I do have quite a few plants of chard outside, and guess who found out who loves this as well? Once again. I'm enjoying my veggies more and more. The more I grow them, the more I enjoy them. So, more of these in, and these are also, oh, let's see if they're frost hardy, frost tender. Oh, God. cold tolerant. That's what it says. These are a cold tolerant plant, and they are only 45 days, so I can keep re-sowing these. I think I can get 2 more sowings out of these. I know I only have 68 days, but I still think I can get about 2 sowings. I already have one out there, and in about another week or so, or 2, I'll plant some more. So we can do that. Let's see, do I have any other cold, oops, excuse me. I do. I threw a couple seeds all over the place. I just dropped them in my flower bed, dropped them up on the corner in the front, because we're gonna try to get rutabaga, but it's not something that I'm gonna say, I have to have it, I have to have it. Although I do love rutabaga for the holidays, that's why I would try to grow it. Let's see, this is also a cold tolerant plant, and it's 65 days. So we're gonna try that. Nothing's germinated yet, so I may have to plant some of these rutabaga in little cups to plant, because all I did was sprinkle them around, and I don't see anything germinating where I sprinkled them yet. So, but it's only been 3 days, so we'll just let it go. But I'll plant some in, in little containers too, just to see if it does work. And this is the American purple top. Okay, now onto the summer crops. I did put up by my corn in the front, in the ground by the sunflowers. I planted these. I got these at Dollar General, these seeds. Ford Hook Farm heirlooms they are. And this is a Triumph the Fancy Bean. It's a bush bean, and it's only 48 days for harvest. So none of them have sprouted, but once again, it's only been 3 days. I also planted some old-fashioned green beans as well. My green beans out there are not doing too well. I don't know if they don't like them all that heat out front, but they're not doing too well. So I planted them in the back too, where I had my peas planted, and we got them going, and I do see them sprouting today. I seen 2 or 3 of them come up. So these are a summer crop as well, which I can get a second harvest in. The first harvest didn't do so well, so what I'm going to plant, which I haven't planted yet, so we're not sure if this is going to work or not, but it's 65 days. It's the Armenian cucumber, which is not a cucumber, it is actually a melon, but it tastes like a cucumber, and the smaller you pick them, it doesn't really matter though if you grow them bigger or larger. It does work either way. So 65 days, I should get me some Armenian cucumbers if I get them outside today and get them planted in some little, I might direct seed them in the back, but then I think, little critters will get them. I think I'm going to have to grow them in containers and then put it out. We'll see. But I already did plant up there where I pulled out the kidney beans, because the kidney beans were getting mixed in with my rattlesnake beans and my scarlet runner beans, and the only ones I could tell the different ones was the rattlesnake beans. So I pulled all the kidney beans out because I didn't want anybody to get sick eating kidney beans that weren't dried right and weren't, cooked right, because you have to cook kidney beans to be able to eat them. So here you go, munch your cucumbers. This is next. How many days? It's 55 days. I did plant a few seeds in little containers outside, so we're waiting for them to come up again. My cucumbers are still going, so but they always get hit. Cucumber beetles or whatever always comes along and gets your cucumbers, so this will be the second round. Probably should have had them out already, didn't think about it. Now I want to sprinkle these somewhere. I have onions all over the place out there. Yes, I do, but I don't have any spring onions. So this is a Tokyo long onion. It's a white one, and here it says this is also just 65 days. So I might be able to sneak these in there too for myself. So I want to get these in tonight as well. I'm just waiting for it to get a little cooler around here, because oh man, outside today the humidity is crazy. I don't know if you've ever been in Northeast Pennsylvania, but This humidity around here kill you sometimes. And so today was not a day to be outside. So that is what I have planted out there, and what I have planted for my fall garden, and what I sowed more of my, can't speak, sweat, sowed more seeds for some of my summer crops, so I can get what do you call it, concession sowing. So I don't know what else, but that's it. That's what I'm sowing here in July, the middle of July, in zone 6P in Northeast Pennsylvania. So thanks for watching again, and now you know, if you live in zone 6P, things you can go out. Just don't forget to get your frost date. Mine might be October 22nd, but yours could be different even if you are in the same zone pertaining to your area. So look that up in Farmer's Almanac, or just Google it. You'll find it for yourself. It's real easy. Now there are some things you can plant that I'm not going to plant as well. Things like your root vegetables, if you have enough time, because a lot of your root vegetables are very cold hardy, and you can keep them in the ground during the colder weather. Maybe not through deep freeze. I don't know, I've never tried that. But you can keep them in the ground when it's cooler. So you can also plant things like carrots and beets and parsnips and turnips. Get them in the ground. Get some radishes in there. Why not give it a try? Won't hurt anything. So that's it. That's what I'm planting. And don't you forget to get out there and sow your seeds, because concession sowing is a great thing. You get more crops, and growing a fall garden, you might even enjoy it more than growing a summer or spring garden, because it's cooler out, it's more enjoyable, and everything gets sweeter. Your carrots will get sweeter, your beets will get sweeter, your greens will get sweeter. So give it a try if you haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna do it. You can do it too. So thanks everybody. Thanks for grabbing a chair and sitting down and watching my video again. I do appreciate it. Come back again soon sometime. Bye.